The courage to change. Jake's journey to self-control. Once upon a time, in a quiet suburban neighborhood, lived a father named David and his teenage son, Jake. Jake was a bright and creative boy, full of energy and enthusiasm, but he had always struggled with controlling his impulses. His diagnosis of ADHD had explained much of his behavior over the years. He was known as the neighborhood prankster, and his wild imagination often led him into inappropriate adventures for a boy his age. David, his patient and loving father, had been by his side through thick and thin. They had shared countless laughs and weathered numerous arguments. David understood that Jake's condition made it challenging for him to rein in his wants and desires, but he was determined to guide his son towards self-control. One sunny morning, as the school year approached, Jake came bounding down the stairs with an unusual request. He was unusually excited and animated, his eyes gleaming with enthusiasm. "Dad, I need your help," Jake exclaimed. "I need to go to the store today and buy a bunch of school supplies for the upcoming year. Notebooks, pens, stationery, folders, the whole shebang. It's crucial, and I can't wait to be super organized this year." David raised an eyebrow. He'd seen Jake's excitement before, and it usually ended with forgotten projects or unfinished ventures. However, he decided to support his son's newfound enthusiasm for school. "Of course, Jake. I'm glad to see you so motivated. Let's head to the store and get everything you need." They spent hours at the store, carefully selecting the perfect notebooks, colorful pens, and neatly organized folders. Jake's excitement was contagious, and even David found himself looking forward to the school year. But just as they were about to reach the checkout counter, Jake stopped abruptly. His face went through a series of contortions as he wrestled with something inside. "Dad," he finally stammered, "I don't think I need all these things anymore." David frowned, puzzled. "What do you mean, Jake? You were so sure about this a moment ago." Jake bit his lip and looked down at the pile of school supplies in the shopping cart. "Well," he began, his voice hesitant, "I just realized that the school provides most of these things for free. And, the only reason I wanted them was because I thought they were cool. I don't really need them." David was taken aback by his son's honesty. Jake's face was flushed with embarrassment, and David could see the fear of disappointment in his eyes. He took a deep breath, fighting back any frustration, and leaned in closer to Jake, looking directly into his eyes. "Jake," he said softly, "I am incredibly proud of you right now. It takes a lot of courage to admit when you've changed your mind, especially when you think it might disappoint someone. You've shown immense growth and self-control." Jake's eyes welled up with tears, and a small smile appeared on his face. "Really, Dad?" David nodded. "Absolutely, son. This is a big step forward for you. You're learning to make thoughtful decisions and exercise control over your wants and needs. That's something to be celebrated." As they put the school supplies back on the shelves, Jake felt a sense of relief wash over him. He knew he had made the right choice, not just for himself but for his family as well. And he understood that his father's pride in him was worth more than any colorful pen or fancy notebook. From that day on, Jake continued to make progress in managing his impulses. He learned that being honest with himself and others was a sign of maturity and strength. David watched with pride as his son transformed into a young man who could make responsible choices, knowing that their love and support had been the guiding force behind it all.